Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled 40-year-old mom of two juggles men, but demands loyalty. Let's get right into it.
Men do not compromise under no circumstance. So earlier today, one of the gentlemen that I was talking to the other day, I'm talking to a couple of men right now, not really dating, but just having casual conversations. And I was really enjoying this one guy, but then his communication started to rub me the wrong way. I'm okay with a little bit of sarcasm, but some of the things he started to say started to feel like he was hitting below the belt, or he just had some weird ass humor that I wasn't getting. Anyway, it was making it uncomfortable. And so he was also the gentleman where I went scrolling through his pictures, and he was not smiling in any of the pictures. So he was getting ready to plan a date. And I was like, let me call this man video chat, because I kind of like him, and I'm not really sure. He's kind of rubbing me the wrong way, but I don't want to get too invested. Let's figure out what I'm dealing with. I called him. I was not prepared. Unfortunately, I wasn't excited about what I saw. And that made me a little bit sad. And I'm not going to make fun of him, because that's nasty. That's mean. And I had a lot of emotions. The first part of me was like, well, he's nice. Give him a chance. And then I had to say to myself, you're not attracted to him. He doesn't look like his pictures. And you have a problem when men's grills are not presentable. Get your grill fixed. And I went back and forth myself. I felt bad. I really tried to negotiate with myself to ask myself to settle. Now, is it a little bit vain? Probably, but I have a million options.
What? Did I hear that right? Wait, you were negotiating with yourself if you should date him or not. He got a messed up grill. He don't like his pictures. But then you say you got a million options. Guys, there is no shortage of delusion on TikTok. That's why I love it. I go on TikTok and I'm like, I'm going to make a great video today, okay? And look what the video I found. Now, what's interesting about this, she's clearly above 40. I don't know, maybe she's 50. I don't know if she's 60 or not, but she has an inflated sense of ego. Now, that's normal for women. That is normal for women. Now, she said earlier in the video that men don't compromise for nothing. So I'm assuming she believes in equality. So if men don't compromise, she ain't going to compromise either. Okay? Now, she said that he was hitting below the belt. My assumption is he was saying something that was offensive to her. Maybe he was attacking the fact that she's a single mom. I don't know. She didn't really give any details. But ultimately, she wasn't excited about what she saw when she FaceTimed him and realized his grill was all messed up. He didn't have good teeth. Now, a woman like this, she's hitting a major problem that men we look out for, and that is she's covered in makeup. So I thought to myself, well, if he didn't look like his pictures, does she look like her pictures? Also, as you can see, she's wearing a big t-shirt, so you don't really know what her body type is. So I had to figure out two things. What did she look like without makeup, and what does her body looks like? Okay, things that men are very concerned about. So anyway, I did some snooping, and this is what I found. This is what she looks like without makeup. Yes. And she's talking about that he don't look like his pictures. The makeup is hiding a lot of age from her. Okay, she got a lot of wrinkles on her brow. Okay, I guess you could say it's understandable or not, but either way, when she puts makeup on, it kind of transforms her, but it definitely hides a lot of the age. That's not good. So she probably could be in her 50s. Next thing I found this video. Okay, she's a big girl, Oompa Loompa. Okay, very, very big girl. Okay, I'm not excited about that, and watching her eat makes me lose my appetite. Okay, but anyway, that's just what it is. Okay, but she has a million options, according to her. She has a million options. Everybody wants a mom that's overweight, a mother of two. Everyone wants an overweight single mother of two. Now, as far as her mothering skills, if you're going to date a woman like this, you have to understand her mothering skills. I found this video. I thought it was interesting. Let's take a look. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
I used ChatGPT today to help me manage a defiant child. I'm going to go through this prompt and then there's going to be a story time. So inside of ChatGPT, I said, hey, I have an age of child. I don't want to say his age because I will never out the child that's being defiant. I feel like he's going through adolescence. I keep having to redirect him to do things that he knows to do. He is not lazy. He is not incompetent, but he is acting out. He is on punishment, and I need him to write 50 sentences. He is getting ready to go into X grade, but I need a sentence that he can write where he can acknowledge his wrongdoings and help him course correct so he doesn't do this again. I asked him to do something. He decided not to do it. So what is the proper sentence that will help him learn a lesson so that we don't have to keep repeating this? ChatGPT response to me was, got it, mama. You're raising a capable young king, not a robot. And while this behavior is frustrating, it's also textbook pre-adolescence, testing boundaries, asserting independence, and straight up ignoring direction as unfortunately part of the development process. But that doesn't mean it goes unchecked. You're doing the right thing by reinforcing accountability. Here's a sentence that strikes a balance between personal accountability, reflection, and future correction without shaming him.
Now, I'm not really concerned about the sentence here. What I found interesting with this is that she's trying to raise her kids with ChatGPT. ChatGPT, what is the proper punishment for my defiant child? He's defiant. I won't tell you his age because I'm not going to out his age, but I'm going to come to TikTok and tell everybody that my son is acting out. Here is a single mom of two boys, and she wants to have help raising her kid with AI. Imagine that with AI. And let me tell you something. I want you guys to understand this. The CEO of ChatGPT recently came out and said that you have to be careful what you say on ChatGPT because you don't have like the attorney-client privilege where whatever you say is protected. Okay, if you say something that is illegal to ChatGPT, they can and maybe so will tell law enforcement. So just be careful out there. Everyone's experimenting with ChatGPT, telling them the crimes you want to commit. Listen, I use ChatGPT all the time. It helps me with titles and working on thumbnails. It helps me with my YouTube business. I won't lie. But you have to be very careful. It is very powerful, but you have to be very careful. And I want to say this too. It doesn't replace a father. Those boys are acting out because you're a woman and you don't got hands. And at a certain point in time, you can't beat them anymore. Okay? So you know what those kids need? They don't need ChatGPT. They need their father. Okay? Hopefully that's understood for anyone in the future who wants to raise their kids with ChatGPT. Anyway, I found this video to be very interesting on TikTok. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Okay, I just want to say that this is not for the men who don't have money. If you don't have money, keep scrolling because you're not going to like what I'm about to show you or what I have to say about this. So I had a date with a guy that was supposed to happen last night, but didn't because he texted me this. You still good for tonight or would next week be better? Would Sunday still work for you? Because when he was asking my availability, I said Friday and Sunday were my free days. And then I asked, does tonight not work for you? Because we had already agreed on Friday. And then says, to be honest, I'm just low on funds until Sunday. So if we could push to Sunday, that'd be better for me so I can really take you out. I'm sorry. The only issue I have with this is that, number one, we were only getting drinks. We were never going to dinner. That was never a part of our plan. So to me, not having money for a couple drinks, I think, is a problem when you're trying to court and, like, date people. The next thing I have is that, why did you tell me this? Like, I'm okay if you don't have money, like, coming from your ass. Like, that's okay. But I think men lie about everything. And to be honest about not having funds to take me on a date is something that I would assume you guys would be lying about. Like, he could have said, oh, my homeboy has a party that I forgot about. Oh, my mom's in town. Anything better than this, I would have been like, okay, no problem. I'll see you on Sunday. And then it never would have been a topic of conversation. But now it's like, you don't have money. You kind of are making me feel bad for then spending your last dime on me come Sunday. And then it's going to be a thing in our entire relationship that you don't have money and I feel bad about you spending money on me. So my friends had a lot of opinions.
Where do we start with this? Where do we start? I think it's so interesting that she's coming to TikTok with this story. That's why TikTok is gold. Okay, it's gold. It is golden. If you want to understand women, go to TikTok. Anyway, she says, not having money is a problem if you want to date. I can understand that. But the issue I have here is that she said, why did you tell her this? She says men lies about everything. So why not lie about this? And I kind of agree with her. And this is why we keep telling my audience, and I know a lot of women push back at it, but women expect men to lie, and they prefer if men lie. In fact, she pretty much suggested that he should have lied about this, because now since he put that information out in the ether, she has to deal with it. And this is why when you deal with a woman, you have to lie to protect her from herself, because she can't handle the truth. She can handle a lie, but she can't handle the truth. Now, this girl to me clearly wants a playboy. She wants a player, someone that knows to lie to women. And she's correcting me. Like, hold on. You made a mistake. You're supposed to lie about this, okay? You're supposed to lie about this. I thought that was interesting, but this is not it. She actually has more videos suggesting the same thing. Now, I do want to respond to some of the questions. I mean, some of the comments she has here, because she does have a few comments here. You know what? No. You know what? I'm not going to read the comments. I just read them now. They're kind of boring. Let's move on to the next video. So in this video, she kind of suggests the same thing. Let's listen to what she has to say.
I'm starting to think that men are actually slow and mentally challenged. No offense. I just got back from a date with this guy, and he walked me home because we went to a bar like close to where we both live. We both live in the same area, whatever. And he's like, oh, like, what's your Instagram? Like, I never asked for it. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, like, let me see your phone. Why was I the first person? Like, he had already searched my name. So like, to me, it's like, one, are you dumb enough to not delete it? Or like what? Like, to me, that was just like, and then I called him, I go, I'm literally right here. Like, you already searched my name. Like, you know, you have my Instagram, so why are you asking for it? And he's like, oh no, what do you mean? Like, stupidity. Actually stupid men. Like, I can't. I'm starting to think that men.
Imagine if we call women stupid for everything they do. Can you imagine? Like, I call them out here sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But she's really frustrated that she meets nice guys. This is why nice guys finish last, because women like this are so sick of you. She wants the players. She wants the playboys. You should know better than that. You should know better if you're going to look up her Instagram to delete and hide and also lie about what you're doing. Instead, she could have took it like, oh, he's a nice guy. He really likes me. He searched for my name. No, of course not. No, he did it wrong. He was supposed to manipulate her. He was supposed to deceive her. This is fascinating. Men who watch my channel, please understand this. Women prefer you to treat them like you're a player. Like you get mad girls, like she's just one of many, and you care less about her. They don't want to find out that you're actually concerned and you're looking and searching for them and you want to find her Instagram. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear that they're just another dumb hoe in your roster, okay? And you could care less about them, and she wants to compete for your attention. What's happening here is this guy's giving her his attention way too easy. He's way too invested, and she loses interest. Imagine that. Women lose interest in you if you like them. Oh my God. This is what they say, right? Oh my God, he likes me. Oh, gross. He likes me. Right? Instead, what they want to say to their friends is, you think he likes me? Oh, he did this. Oh, does he like me? That's what they prefer. They want to cry to their friends. Oh, what does this mean? What does this text message mean? If you give them certainty, they say they want stability. Never trust women what they say. Always trust what they do. Okay, this is what it is. Anyway, I found another video on the internet. Let's respond to it and watch it.
You know what a man hates to see? A bitch that matches his energy. He hates to see a bitch that matches his energy. Because, baby, one thing about me, I'm real good at matching the energy. You pull away, I never come back. That's the type of matching energy that I be doing. Okay? Men hate to see that. They hate to see me coming. You know what a man...
Oh, we hate to see you coming. I agree with her. We hate a bitch that matches our energy. But she's also really good at that. So let me ask you this question. Do you want to be a bitch that men hate? Apparently she does. She thinks she wants to fight with men. She wants to be masculine like men. Unbelievable. Should I say, do I need to say more? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, I can play that game too. And you ain't going to tell me nothing. This is a girl who has a high body count. If you want to know what a girl with a high body count looks like, it looks like her. It acts like her. She gets masculine. You can hear it in her voice. So that's why the key things with women is if they act masculine, if they have a very low tone, baritone voice, and if they talk slick, high body count. Completely high body count. She's probably been trained on all types of stuff, and now she thinks she knows men so well she can play that game too. But what she doesn't understand is men don't want women like this. They don't. But she's probably never been a woman that a man wanted because she's been passed around. Anyway, here's a woman that's finally coming to our defenses. Can you imagine? Out of all these girls, we have one woman that is rational and understands. Let's listen to what she has to say.
I think I'm getting convinced that women don't like God. Because I've been watching podcasts and just content on TikTok, Instagram. When y'all hear a man say they want a wife that is nice, that's kind, that's this, why do y'all be like, narcissist, misogyny, you want a slave? Why you want to be a devil and a demon so bad? Why you want to partner with demons so deeply? The traits that these men are asking for, I'm not talking about all, I'm talking about the ones that I've seen, are the traits you should have and be working on anyways as a daughter of God. So you telling me because a man is saying, I would like for my wife to submit, I would like my wife to be kind, I would like her to be nurturing, I want her to be flexible, I want her to be open. Do you read your word? I'm just saying, if you disagree with those traits, you probably want to walk away from God too.
They definitely want to walk away from God. It's funny because now that she mentioned it, she's right. The things we want from our women is what God wants for them. The thing we expect from women is what God told us to expect from women. Right? That they're going to submit to us. He said to Eve in Genesis, you will long for your husband, but he will rule over thee. It's in the Bible. Okay? So God wants you to submit to your man. He don't want you to compete with him. And the girl in a prior video that I said had a high body count, that's all she does is compete with men. She wants to be just like a man. You will never be a man. This is why Kevin Samuels used to say, put your nuts up. Put your nuts up. A lot of these girls be running around like they got a dick in their pants. You ain't got nothing but a hole for a man. So keep your mouth shut, okay? We just want a woman that's kind, friendly, and polite, and easy to deal with. We're already battling with the world. We don't want to come home and battle again. I need women to understand this. We don't want to do that. We don't. Okay? Anyway, I found another interesting video. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Okay, so hear me out. A woman who is well taken care of and can keep herself up will never go without. Like ever. I've never seen a woman who keeps herself up, who maintains her maintenance, who literally invests in herself. Even if it's something as small as like maybe she can't afford to get her nails done at the nail salon, but she buy clip-ons to press-ons to literally keep her nails looking fresh or keep them looking nice. I've never seen this type of woman go broke. It's always an opportunity that ends up falling into her lap, or it's always someone that's willing to take care of her and treat her nicely simply because of the simple fact that she has literally kept herself up. Like, as a woman, your currency is in how you maintenance your beauty. Your currency is in how you literally take care of yourself and maintain your image. Like, you think back to the beginning of times, women didn't have jobs. They had a role to keep themselves looking nice every day, and what they do, had that money coming in. Yeah. Okay, so hear me out. A woman...
This girl, unfortunately, she thinks she knows what she's talking about. She has no idea what she's talking about. Let's review some of the things she said. She said she's never seen a well-taken care of woman go without. Okay? And she believes that a woman's beauty is her currency. That's kind of a half-truth. Okay, being beautiful is definitely something that gives a woman status in the world. A woman could just be attractive. She could have status. Okay, but to say you never seen a pretty woman go broke, let me ask you this. Have you seen a pretty woman get old? Yeah, you've seen a pretty woman get old? And guess what? When they get old, guess what happens to them? They get forgotten. The problem with women is you think it's just your looks. This is why I hear women say all the time, yeah, she's 40, but she looks like she's 20. It don't matter. You're old. And the reason why being old is bad for women on a dating market, I'm not saying bad in general. If you got a husband that loves you, you did it the right way. We celebrate married women here, okay? I celebrate married women. But this idea that you're infallible as long as you're pretty is wrong. The one thing about women that you have to understand is that your dating leverage is all tied to your fertility and your youth, okay? Beauty matters. But I don't care how pretty you are. If you're past the age of 35, high value men are not that interested. You want proof? Leonardo DiCaprio. He doesn't date women over the age of 25. He doesn't. Terrence J. Shout out to Terrence J. He's 41 years old. Just got engaged to a woman who's 25. Okay? They didn't just say she's pretty, but she wasn't just pretty. She's pretty and 25. You have to understand that. If you think to yourself, I'm just going to keep myself together and I can play this game forever, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And women, I know y'all do this I see it all the time. Women walk around, oh yeah, my butt's still big, my boob's still big, my pussy's so tight. But you're in your 40s. You have to be beautiful and youthful and use that. If you're a woman, use those things to get a high value man and long-term commitment. Because you can't play this game forever. You're going to age out the dating marketplace. Now I know, what about men? We don't age out the dating market. Once we got the money, the resources, and the lifestyle, we could always date younger women. Old man, younger women. The thing is, the women are pretty when they're younger, and the men who are older got money and resources, okay? Because women don't want to just marry a man. They want to marry the lifestyle, okay? So if you can provide the lifestyle as a man, it don't matter how old you are for the most part. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting because she had other things to say. Let's listen to see what else she has to say.
Honestly, a pro-life tip that I would literally tell all of the girls, whether you consider yourself a baddie or you don't, focus on you until the focus is on you. Don't hyper fixate on what someone else have going on. Sit and really figure out what your personal style is. Sit and really figure out what hair color you want to do next. Be self-centered. Literally be so deep in your duffel and deep in your bag about how you feel about the way that you want to be coming, that it is not one person that can literally shake you when you walk in the room. It's not one person that you feel like that man can be talking to that's over you. It's not one person that you feel like literally it don't matter what they have is better than you. The minute that you become way more self-centered and the minute that you become way more hyper-focused on yourself, I'm telling you, you start winning. You also start meeting people and meeting women that literally rise to that level that you're at, or they're already at that level, that can also give you tips, keys, and pointers on how to even be better. Honestly, a pro-life tip that I would literally...
Here's a woman she has pretty privilege. And so that's all, she's been a one-trick pony her whole life. And so she's been optimizing for looks and only looks. She hasn't said to herself, you know what else do men want? Because these are the girls that think, okay, I'm a pretty girl, valuable men want to smash me, therefore, I can't do no wrong. As long as, she might have been with an NBA player, she might have been with an NFL player, she might have been with a rich guy, she might have been with an older man when she was in high school, right? She was one of those girls that got picked up in a brand new car by someone that wasn't in high school after high school. She's one of those girls. So in her mind, the key to being on her level, because I guess she knew a lot of girls that's not on her level, right? A lot of girls that weren't pretty, they didn't get the same kind of attention she was. In her mind, the differentiating factor was her looks. But she only optimized for that. As a woman, you have to optimize for more than just your looks. You have to. You have to. Because let me tell you something that women don't understand. Beauty is a dime a dozen. It's everywhere. Beauty is everywhere. Every town, every neighborhood, every gym, every nightclub has a beautiful woman. Everywhere. Okay? Everywhere. This idea that beautiful women are unicorns is not true. So if you're optimizing for something that's so abundant, you're missing the point. You should optimize for something that's not abundant in America. What's not abundant in America right now is wives. You know what makes a woman a wife? How she thinks. If she doesn't have stones in her head like most women, that's an advantage. Because you could meet two beautiful women. If one acts and behaves and carries herself a certain way and one's just pretty, there's an obvious choice. There's an obvious choice, okay? So I really wish one would sit back and think to themselves that men want certain things. And I'm going to break it down because I'm a high-value man. I know a lot of women might not like it. I know a lot of men might not like it, but I'm going to explain to you why. One, I'm not going to defend why I'm a high value man. Just assume the money and all that other stuff, right? I got a YouTube channel that's worth more than $100,000 at this point now. It's going to be worth millions at some day. I don't know when, but I got it recently evaluated, right? And it's worth over $100,000. I was impressed myself. I was like, oh wow, I built this up to something that's worth $100,000. If I had to sell today, I could sell for $100,000 today. Okay. Now, I'm saying all this because I think I could tell you what I think high value men want, because I consider myself one of them. Okay, and I'm still growing. I'm only 37. Okay, Terrence J married a beautiful 25-year-old woman at 41. I have 4 more years to find me a 25-year-old bride. Okay, so here's what I would look for if I went for looking for a 25-year-old bride. I'd look for a woman who had her father in her life. Now, this is something a lot of women, it has nothing to do with their own choices, right? They are born into a situation where they grew up with a single mom. As bad as I feel for you, my love life is not going to be charity. I'm not going to try to heal the world by trying to fix your issues. I'm just being real with you. So if you don't have a father in your life, chances are you're very low on the totem pole when it comes to women, right? So top tier women have a father in their life. 2, low or no body count. A lot of women gloss over this. They open up their legs because everyone else is doing it. But let me tell you something. If you want to show your advantage compared to another woman, keep your legs closed. No woman talks about this on podcasts, and all the dating coaches never talk about keeping your virginity, but you should keep your virginity till marriage. It makes you high value. You're able to give a man to marry you, something you never gave to other men. If you've been bending over and busting open wide open since you were a kid, in your preteens, a lot of girls, I don't want to say preteens, when they're young teens, right? A lot of girls lose their virginity, in high school, middle school, whatever. By the time you meet a man like me, and let's say you're 25, you've already been smashing and dashing for 8+ years. Okay, that's not good. And that's why a lot of girls have a body count in the 10s or the 20s. It's unreal nowadays, okay? So think like one, okay? Act like one. Keep your legs closed. That's very valuable. A lot of women say, you'll never know. I can lie about it. You'll never know. First of all, I won't even ask you. A virgin, for the most part, is a girl who offers that she's a virgin. So I would never ask her body count, but if a girl's a virgin, she'll let you know she's a virgin. I remember when my little sister was a virgin, she kept saying, I'm a virgin. And when I stopped hearing that, I knew she wasn't a virgin anymore, unfortunately. But she's married now to a man, and they have 3 kids together, and it's all by the same man, so congrats to her. She married a high school sweetheart, and she knew better. Okay, she knew better. Anyway, this girl, she has a tattoo on her shoulder. High value men, we don't like this. Don't get any tattoos on your body. Keep your body tattoo free. If you do have a tattoo, get it removed or get small tattoos. I don't want to see any tattoos. I can say you're not going to be hurt by the fact by having no tattoos. No man's going to say, we married this girl, but she don't got a tattoo. These little tattoos that women get is trying to improve their looks. Just like they get fake hair, fake weave, eyelashes. They're trying to improve their look. This doesn't improve your look. Some men might like it. Other men might not like it. It's better just to not have it at all. Okay? Learn how to cook, learn how to clean, learn domestic skills. So many women can't cook, so many women can't clean. It's unbelievable, it's unreal. Women don't understand how valuable it is to put a woman in a house, how much a man could appreciate buying a house for a woman who's going to take care of the house, nurture the house. When I used to live with a girl, I used to live with a Puerto Rican girl, and I come home from work or whatever, she had a food prepared. She used to wash my clothes, clean the house, do my laundry, scrub the bathroom. I never had to ask her for it. The reason why people like Spanish women, because they're raised to do it. I used to ask her all the time, how'd you know to do it? She was like, I was raised to do it. She was raised to serve a man. I used to have friends come over. Friends would come over. Yeah. And I would sit down, we'll talk. She'll serve us food. After we finish eating, she'll clear the plates. She'll wipe down the table that we're all while we're sitting there. And when she'd walk away, my boys would be like, bro, how'd you train her how to do this? And I would tell them, I never trained her. So be a woman that don't have to be trained by a man. You come prepared already. Come prepared with the skills. And that will make you high value. All this just be a pretty girl, get BBL, get a boob job, get a tummy tuck, get a mommy makeover, and he's going to like you anyway because you're that girl. And you walk into the room and you feel better than everybody and you got such a big ego. No. Okay? Keep your virginity, your skin tattoo free, a good relationship with your daddy, learn some domesticated skills, and marry young, right? Look for a man in your early 20s. Don't wait till you're 35. It doesn't hit the same. It just doesn't hit the same. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.